211 in progress. So because of that, you people here in Houston and on Hempstead Street got to fix the streets. Because whether you like it or not, Bill is still the king. And he wants to be your mayor here on Hempstead Street on December 21st. We got a 211 in progress. Please report it, neighbors. You know, those that care about the neighborhood and the community and such. This is a can of Steel Reserve that I just bought at Specs, like a supermarket for alcohol. Anything alcohol or tobacco you can buy here in Houston at Specs. It's a warehouse of alcohol. But what's interesting is that the beer that I bought is bad, and I bought malt liquor. You know, I bought malt liquor that a lot of the brothers drink. I bought malt liquor that a lot of people homeless people maybe, without a lot of income might buy. It's a cheap brand, it's a cheap buy, and as one guy told me in Phoenix 3 years ago before I became homeless, he put it best. I said, why'd you pick 211 over Modeo or Dos Equis? He said, well, 211 gives me more bang for the buck, and that really sums it up. You know, so you know, this is malt liquor, and it's kind of old school, the 211. Also, recently, I was surprised to see Billy D. Williams, the black actor of many years ago, Mahogany, and Diana Ross's counterpart, featured, like his face, on the cans of Colt 45 malt liquor. And yeah, so it's interesting. But you know, I sit here and I feel like a burning in my chest after 3 of these Steel Reserves. And, you know, and of course at 55 years old, you know, I'm apt to blame myself. Oh, it's me. I'm too old. I've been drinking for too long. But, you know, what's really sad is that there's a discrimination going on the streets and in the neighborhoods, you know. And it's funny, you know, a lot of these local convenience stores and stuff, they tend to play righteous. They tend to play like, you know, it's like, oh, we know you and we know your kind, so, you know, we're going to make sure that the beer that you buy tonight is bad, and that before the morning light comes, you'll be vomiting it on the street or in a squat or, you know, whatever. Because you're not king here. You know, we frown on you people like Bill, you homeless people that you go off and drink by yourselves and don't disturb anybody, and of course pay, you know, for all your alcohol. And we think it's not right here in the South, you know, with a good Christian following and good people and loving people in our neighborhood. You know, so on and on and on it goes. So And that's what convenience stores do. And it's funny because Specs, the warehouse where I bought this Steel Reserve, this 211, and that has a lot of Billy D. William Colt 45 cans, is that they have an advertisement out now at Christmas time that goes something like, don't buy loco, buy local. And I think it's a great tagline. It's a great line for someone like Specs, who is like an alcohol warehouse where they sell everything from malt liquor to wine to whiskey to everything, and including cigars and cigarettes. So, it's kind of don't go loco, by buying at your convenience store down the street where your neighbor or the person in the neighborhood knows what you like drinking, and they'll make sure, to give you bad alcohol this time of year at Christmas. Buy local and go to your local Specs warehouse where we don't know who you are and we don't care, just so you treat us right, and we will treat you right, and you will get the alcohol you want, and on and on and on. I don't know how many times I've gone loco and bought at convenience stores, 7-Eleven, Circle K, jump-ins. It's you name it. They'll sell alcohol with the cigarettes, but you go there more than 2 or 3 times, the kids start fixating, and it's like, well, I'm gonna teach this old man a thing or two about buying that malt liquor and sitting in that bus shelter, or sitting, away, hiding out in some squat that all the kids in the neighborhood knows where he's, squatting, and all the kids in the neighborhood knows what he's doing. It's like, but I'm going to teach him a lesson, man. It's like, hey, nobody's called the cops on him, but I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm a 15-year-old fucking boy, and I'm going to teach this old man a lesson about, why it's not good to drink. It's the jungle juice. It's the devil's way. And hey, roll up a rollie. Grab a cigarette. Pick an Oxycontin pill from your mother's medicine cabinet. But man, it's like anything but this liquor. Because this liquor, I've seen what it's done to these people. And it's like, hey, I need to teach them. So from time to time, I'll wake up with like a fucking chest on fire, and it won't be alleviated until I vomit somewhere around where I'm sleeping that night. And it's not because of me, it's not because of my history, it's not because of anything, it's because, the pimply-faced teenager that sold me this can of malt liquor the night before knew it was bad and sold me bad malt liquor. And so when I drank it that night, it sat in my chest instead of being digested. And so when I woke up, or because I woke up because of it, it had nowhere to go but out. And it's like, it can either come through your butt or it can come through your mouth. If you're lucky, it comes through your butt. If you're not lucky, it'll burn in your chest, wake you in the middle of the night, and you'll vomit. And then, your lungs will be clear, and you will be able to breathe, and you won't have that burning pain in your chest anymore from the bad alcohol that the boy last night sold you, and you can go back to sleep. wherever you are. I'm in Houston on Hempstead Street at Christmas with the 211 in progress.